Pleasant good night to each and every one of you. Good night, Dangriga. Good night, Sarawi. Good night, Hope Creek. Good night, Hopkins, Silkgrass, Pomona, Paciencia, PG. Good night to each and every one of you. Today, Monday, feel like I get feedback. Today, Monday, October 6th, 2025. Greetings to each and every one of you. Blessed greetings. Aaron Anderson, BT Guyon, my brother Dave Newton. Blessed greetings. Donna Lopez, Uncle Tony, Amanda, Lady Jude. Greetings to each and every one of you. Pat Marcini, greetings. BT Guyon. Good night to each and every one of you. We have a lot to talk about tonight. But first, let me be respectful and professional and diplomatic, because that is what is required of me. Dan Cass, good night, BT Guyon. Congratulations to the candidates who ran up for caretaker for Dangriga, Sarawi, and Hope Creek for the United Democratic Party. Congratulations to all four of you who took up the challenge to run up for this post. I believe each and every one of you, like myself, have your strengths and your weaknesses. So congratulations to each and every one of you for making that bold step. Richard Webster, congrats. I applaud you for taking the initiative to want to be in the leadership role, to do for your community what you believe is best for the community. Aaron Anderson, enough respect, my brother. You did the work, you did your campaign, you try to convince the people which way to go, because you believe you have a plan for Dangriga and to rebuild the United Democratic Party. To those of you who saw me yesterday voting, yes, this is the shirt where I had on. I have it on for a reason, by the way. This is my brand. It says fearless. All right, there's a reason why I wear this shirt tonight. So for those of you who saw me out at Holy Ghost yesterday, this is the same shirt. You're accurate. Earth Lopez, you put in the work. I saw your campaign, I saw your videos, I saw your posts. You did great. You did good campaigning. So congrats to you on taking up the initiative, the boldness to put down your name, to run up for caretaker for the United Democratic Party for Dangriga, Sarawi, and Hope Creek. It's a bold thing that you did, and it must be applauded. I salute you for that. My brother Simeon Lorenzo, likewise, you came out of nowhere and you decided that you're gonna tackle Goliath, because you were like a David, because of how you enter the game, especially here in Dangriga. You did what you had to do. You want to represent your people. You want to do for Griga what you believe is best for Griga. So you sign up your name. So I salute all four of you. Congrats to Earth Lopez on winning the convention. You're now officially the caretaker for the United Democratic Party for Dangriga, Sarawi, and Hope Creek. I want to, the topics I want to touch on tonight, I want to talk some more about the convention, and I want to talk about national issues facing us. National security issues. We have the Budna investigation, we have the independent investigation, and we have the 13th Amendment. These are important topics that we have to touch on. So while I would like to talk or speak on what happened over the past weekend, yesterday, Sunday, during the convention, I'm gonna pause for that, on that, for just a bit. Folks, we are in a serious dilemma, a national security dilemma. I want to play this video. And then I will comment. And I'd like you guys' feedback as well. We are living in some very tough times, man. Did you guys see the individual who was carrying a dead body in a barrel? Did you guys see that on the news? We are living in tough times, perilous times. I want to play this video and get you guys' feedback on it. We are living in perilous time. So let's take a look at this video here. Where is it? Good night again, everyone. Good night to each and every one of you. So let me play this video, and I'd like you guys to share your thoughts on this matter. Here we go. So listen up.
What do you think of his return and the public perception of it? Is his public credibility on the mind?
I don't think it is, Jules. I think you've done an exceptional job, as you always do, in bringing down the minister and bringing down the former commissioner of police, but you struggled in that one. You failed in that one. But we have to understand the critical time that we are living in. And if the police have investigated a matter and have found nothing to...
Perception of it. Is his public credibility...
So listen to Karim Musa. You know, one thing I observe with these politicians, with our leaders, they answer questions first and foremost. Listen to all this man is saying, right? Listen to all that he is saying. He was able to get information. He was able to get statistics on a case, on a situation that is far, I don't want to call one man's crime or one man's downfall greater or less than another man's, but in terms of national security, this Budna case, all right, this is a huge case. They will confess that they have not seen the videos from the surveillance cameras, right? But they could give you detail on other case or cases that is of less importance. Let's call it that for now. But let's run this video.
On the mind.
I don't think it is, Jules. I think you've done an exceptional job, as you always do, in bringing down the minister and bringing down the former commissioner of police, but you struggled in that one. You failed in that one. But we have to understand the critical time that we are living in. And
now, listen carefully. This is where the 13th Amendment come in. You see all these things that are happening in Belize City, all the violence, all the crime. This is the reason, this is part of how they're going to want to, or this is an excuse or a reason that they will find to pass the 13th Amendment, to amend the Constitution, to give them more control. The more crime, the more violence, the more shooting, just people pay attention. How could you trust our leaders? How could you trust these people with all the sketchiness about this Budna case? The Deputy Commissioner of Police will go on national TV when questioned about whether or not he has seen the video. He has not seen it. He's leaving it up to the person they put in charge to investigate. So they shy away from seeing the video that like if you become a witness to a crime, right? That like if you see something, you become a witness. So they know what is on that video. So they can't, and that's not because they can't see what part of the video. They know what is on that video. So they don't want to confess in the eyes of the public that they have seen the video. So all of them, when Jules asked them, have you seen the surveillance footage? No, I haven't. How could you be the commissioner of police? How could you be the deputy commissioner of police? How could you be the minister of national security and still not see the video? Please, somebody, please explain that to me. Please explain that to me. How could you be the minister of national security? How could you be the prime minister of the country? How could you be the commissioner of police, the highest role among law enforcement officers? How could you be the deputy commissioner of police taking over for the commissioner of police and you're not going to want to see that video? Brothers and sisters, friends and family, honestly, seriously, this is insulting. This is insulting. This is a disgrace. This is pathetic that we as a people will allow a small handful of individuals to take us like fools. I give this analogy time after time for those of you anyway. It's like someone on the second or third floor above you piss on your head. Warm piss. Stench. And then they look at you. When you look up, they look at you and say, it is raining. And you know that they just piss in your head. And that way Belizeans the tech. That way we, that Dangriga the tech. the insult, the disrespect. Wednesday is going to be my last live. I will take a break for a very good reason. Wednesday is going to be my last live, and I'll dedicate Wednesday to Miss Debbie Jones and the area representative. And no, I am not coming to fight. I am not coming in any kind of rude or disrespectful kind of way. We need to set the record straight. We need to put certain information out there. We as a people, we here in Dangriga, let's stop allowing mediocrity. Let's stop allowing our leaders to just dash things away. I don't know, have to take it. So Wednesday is going to be my last live. I'll take a break and then I will come back. But Wednesday, I will dedicate to Miss Debbie Jones and Mr. Louis Abane, your representative for Dangriga, Saraway, and Hope Creek. There are some things I want to share with these people. I will not attack. I will not come in any kind of vindictive kind of way. But there are some things we need to set straight for Dangriga. This is Dangriga. Things will change. Things are changing. Aaron said my volume is kind of low. Is that the same for everyone? That my volume is low? Can everyone hear me clear enough? Raheem Castillo, only way did not see that video is if they live under a rock, and the last time I checked, the boy got good house with strong internet. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Namole. You're right. You're absolutely right. So back to this. So make we listen. Am I clear? Is my video, is my audio clear enough? Is it that I was okay? I increased my decibels. So make we finish. Just pay attention to what's going on here, folks. Let me go back to this.
And if the police have investigated a matter and have found nothing to implicate or incriminate the Commissioner of Police, we need certainty right now on the.
They have nothing to implicate the Commissioner of Police. Remember when this thing first got started, the Commissioner of Police said, he used the word unequivocally. He said unequivocally. You know what the word unequivocally means? I eternally teacher for tonight. I have to shout out my boss, my only boss. Savia Afiani. I will be a teacher for tonight. Unequivocally. Unequivocal. An equivocation is something that somebody say outward, right? Vocal. When you say unequivocally, I break down the word apart. It means that an equivocation, that's something where could mean two things, right? Or it could mean more than one thing. So if you say unequivocally, you're saying that there is no way on this green earth that whatever I am about to say is possible, that it's going to happen. And the Commissioner of Police said he made it unequivocally clear that police officers were not involved. And then he also mention about the type of vehicle that was used. So the commissioner, for make Karim Musa say that they bring back the commissioner, they send up a paid leave. Just go for leave, just chill, go chill, get a vacation and make the man get a pay, right? Before this investigation could continue. So the investigation come back, the results come back, and now Karim Musa is saying there's nothing to implicate the commissioner of police. When Budna called out the name, when he lied several times about this case, how in the world Karim Musa Uno bring back the commissioner because you get what investigation where bedroom everything this thing you just bias. Because here finish here with this man. Listen.
Streets of Belize. We need certainty in terms of the directives coming from the Commissioner of Police. And so it was decided at the cabinet level in terms of this initial report coming out of the investigation. There's nothing there. Let us put him back because we need to move forward with other issues that we're facing in terms of.
You see all the cover up when you're in bedroom they do. All the cover up. They buy themselves time. They keep the buy time. Now there's going to be an independent investigation. Who will be the independent investigator? I wonder who. You know, if you pay attention to this Budna case, it is not about Budna. It's a matter of national security. If these people can do what they're doing now, what else you think they could do once they pass this 13th Amendment? To give them more control. To give them the right to just go and pull out anybody out of the house and carry them to jail. We're living in dangerous times. Seriously. I want to talk about the UDP Convention that took place yesterday. I will get to that. That's why I'm going to pull out my shirt again. So if you don't know see me going to vote yesterday, and when I say, buy that the same shirt where Uruwei wear, yes, on the right, this is the same shirt where I'm going to wear yesterday. I got a reason for it, right? I will talk about the convention soon. I get to understand, or I heard that they were buying of votes out at the convention yesterday, Sunday. I want to talk about that. I hope that that's not true. I really hope that that's not true. Make we dissect this thing some more.
The crime and violence in Belize. No. If it is that the independent investigator or down the road the DPP says, listen, this particular thing has to happen and somehow it implicates any officer, we
take note. The way how things supposed to be, right? What case like this, when the police, when the commissioner, when they're investigating a crime, the investigation, the report, supposed to, by law, supposed to go to the DPP, the Director of Public Prosecution. The DPP is independent. But instead, the report went to Gianni Briceño, the Prime Minister. Why are we tolerating this movie, this circus? Why? He had no right for the report to go directly to him, but he's the Prime Minister. He's the leader. He's the one steering the ship of this country. So chop off the DPP, the Director of Public Prosecution, which supposed to be an independent force outside of politics, no sides. That's where the report was supposed to go to, but instead, the report gone to the Prime Minister. Then the Prime Minister according to Karim Musa, brief the cabinet.
We will deal with those officers. It has to be done. But at this particular time, there is nothing to implicate him.
But that means the investigation has already made a determinative finding.
It is an interim determinative finding, but if there is subsequent, that's what I'm saying.
But then the investigation is closed. If it's already ruled him out, it's
not,
closed.
Jules. We saw, I think it was this week, where a murder happened in 2021, and somebody is just charged now. You can't put an end to an investigation. You know, we've only given it, what, a month? And you want there
But you all have exculpated him. The public press release has said he had no involvement. You all have made a declaration on his innocence.
Based on the investigation up to this point. That's what I'm telling you.
But then it's preliminary at best. And that investigation was done by his underling and the Prime Minister's constituent. So how good is that investigation?
That's a lot of speculation there, Jules. A lot of speculation. And I'm not going.
That is not speculation. How in the world he will call that speculation? The person who did the investigation was part of the was or is part of the Prime Minister's constituency in Orange Walk. That is not a speculation.
To go down that road, but I'm telling you that the investigation has not found anything against him. Hence, the reason was made because of the need for certainty within the department that we move forward.
You know, I don't get it. Let me read the comments. Clear as day. Why do the Belizean people allow this nonsense? The Prime Minister is taking the Belizean people for a bunch of nincompoops. That is absolutely true. And we accept it. We accept it. We don't speak out. We don't speak out. We do not. I don't think we understand how dangerous this is. For people like myself who speak out, who speak truth to power, it is not safe in Belize. You know, safe. It is not safe here. With all that is happening, it is not safe here in Belize for people like me, for people like Jules. Well, Jules have more privilege, I guess. He has more buffer. We're not safe for people like we. I really hope that we as a people start to, at some point, set politics aside. I really, really and truly hope that we start to set politics aside. You're a PUP. I get it. I understand. For whatever reasons you have that you're a PUP, you're a member of the People's United Party, or you prefer supporting the People's United Party, fine. You're a PUP. But will you choose your party over your people? Will you choose your party over your people? You're a PUP. You're a UDP. Will you continue to choose your party over your people? This is the reason why these leaders, these people we have leading us, abuse us, take advantage of us. It is our fault. It is your fault. It is your fault. The minute you choose party over people, you are part of the problem. This must stop. This whole Budna situation, this is happening because many people are choosing party over people. And now you have a small handful of people where they run this country. Even if they burn this country down to ashes. And they want to think that they exaggerate. You see how where people can't even go in a Belizean territory. The Guatemalans now they allow we for go in our own territory. You think that joke? With all the stench coming from the Briceño administration, from this government, when it comes to this Budna case, this thing it smells so bad, so stink, that it hard to cover up. It hard to make the cover up. They're doing a terrible job. This is happening because of party politics. We will not stand for truth. We will not stand for justice. And I'm understanding that this thing happened here at Dangriga just yesterday, Sunday. So I want to shift gears a bit and talk about yesterday, UDP Convention for caretaker. Earth Lopez, Aaron Anderson, Richard Webster, Simeon Lorenzo. I get to understand that some of you were buying votes. Are we really doing this? Honestly. Are we really doing this? Did this really happen? Somebody please comment. Did this really happen? Were people really out there paying for votes? So let me say this. If you bought votes, Aaron Anderson, if you bought votes, Richard Webster, if you bought votes, Earth Lopez, if you bought votes, Simeon Lorenzo, if you bought votes. Artist Schilling, this government that joke, all of them, they cover up. I read this thing how it is written. They watch each other back. Then Rosado is back. If the case is still under investigation, why bring them back? Just not add up. Indeed. Indeed. Mr. Eric Lopez, with education, we must let all voters understand that their vote is not for sale, and any politician that solicits their vote will be recorded and published. Aaron Anderson, I can talk about my camp only. No. So, Aaron, you said no. Very well. I don't know, my brother. Richard Webster, if you were buying votes, my brother. Simeon Lorenzo, if you were buying votes, since Aaron don't answer, don't respond, I will not challenge that because I don't have proof I never did there. If you bought votes, to start this thing wrong, quite frankly, that's the system that I personally hope to be. I hope to be a contributor of the demolishing of that system, or the demolishment of that system, that paying for vote system. We need to demolish that. Shatter that, break it apart. Is it that you want, why, if you guys bought votes, is that the game you're playing? You're not fit to lead us if you're buying votes. If you're buying votes. If you're buying votes, you are part of the problem. You know, I don't got no problem with I guess I do, but let me say this. I don't got no griping yet with, let's just say I am open to entertaining the thought of joining a major political party. So it's not that I am completely against these major political parties, because individuals could run up, make themselves available to run as part of a major political party and still try and maintain some type of integrity. I believe that could happen. Is that wishful thinking? Is it wishful thinking that Aaron Anderson could run up as a candidate for caretaker or for era representative and maintain integrity? Let me go to the comments. Derek Martinez, my brother, it was a pleasure meeting you. It was a pleasure meeting you at the convention. I appreciate your support. I appreciate your encouragement. Don't forget, people like you influence others. And I want to applaud you for all the work you've been doing politically. You know, just being an individual championing change. All right. So thank you for introducing yourself, and thank you for your encouragement. Mr. Derek Martinez, I was out there yesterday. The system is our voters are used to money for votes, and the turnout was low because people will not vote for integrity, hard work, and patriotism. That's an interesting take. The turnout was indeed low. Post me the results again, Brother Martinez. I'm sure, I'm almost certain that you will have it. Post me the results again, please. I understand Earth Lopez won. Congrats again, Earth. I hope there was no buying of votes in that. I sincerely say congrats in innocence. We must stop this system. When I was on election day, March 12th, a brother came to me. A brother came to me and pulled me aside in an AC room. And he said, watch out, Uruwei. I got a list. I got this list right here, so $50 a pop. This happened. This happened. I don't spend a dime to buy vote. I don't spend a dime to buy vote. I don't spend a dime to buy vote. You know, I learned Thank you, Aaron Anderson, for posting the results. I learned during election how big election is, how big of a hustle it is. That I've always heard about election, people hustling. I never knew. I never knew the amount of hustling. I gotta tell you somebody. Boy, it's pathetic how we own people sell we out. People are come to you, watch out. I have a certain amount of people, bus load of people we could come for Orange Walk. Were registered at Dangriga, but they live the Orange Walk. Just give me 50 a pop, $25 a pop. You talk about 100 people in a bus. 100 times 50. That's what. This thing big. I got people who show up election day. People I don't know. People, well, some of them I identified faces. Some people where I don't know will come to me election day and I say, bye, watch out. I drive all the way from this so and this so, and I catch this and I catch that. I just want to fill up my tank with gas. Why? Yeah, Garifuna. My throat they get dry, I need water. In a Garifuna, we say Yabehi Yabagamba. Yabehi Yabagamba. That yeah, you see things that yeah, you hear, bro. Wait. But make I go to the comments. I need some water. Man, I saw a lot. Make I run some music while I wet my throat, leave it. When they talk about election. Brothers and sisters, what the Bible say about perilous times? Perilous times shall come. Perilous times. Make a find that scripture there because it's interesting. Perilous times. Google. Perilous times. King James Version. Perilous times in the last days. 2 Timothy 3. Boy, I feel like I preach now, but I have to read this, right? Let me read this. 2 Timothy 3, verse 1. This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good. My goodness. Boy, watch out. I used to preach, you know. Miss Joyce, my dearest sister, Rahim, what you hear, okay, Rahim, they asked me a question. What you hear, brother, plain and straight, unmute the thing. Tell us what you hear. Who was allegedly buying votes? Be sure to say allegedly cause people, they get sued hand over fist for defamation. Boy, Rahim, no worry. I like you, you know. We have to preserve certain things, bro. But listen, I never read this verse. Perilous times. Men shall be lovers of themselves, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God. Read it. Read it before you go to bed. If you know the Bible, if you follow the Bible, I want you to read 2 Timothy chapter 3. Start from verse 1. Start from verse 1. You could stop at verse 7. It is true. This is what it happen right now. These ministers, they are lovers of themselves. They are lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God. They want me and you to call them honorable, but they do dishonorable things. They feel disrespected when you don't address them as honorable, but yet they do disrespectful things, dishonorable things. Dishonorable people want to be addressed as honorable. So, vote, paying for vote. Make I say, I miss a comment right here, so. Herman Martinez, by Aaron Anderson, stop play. Odessa Hillock, they're all criminals. You're absolutely right. I'm going back to the results. Make a start from the top. Aaron Anderson, thank you for the results. Earth Lopez, 277. Aaron Anderson, 150. Simeon Lorenzo, 24. Richard Webster, 195. 9 rejected. So very poor turnouts. Very, very poor turnouts. Very poor turnouts indeed. I think, well, let me finish with the comments. They're all criminals, or there's a Halak. You don't know me, sister. You know it. Randy Williams, blessings, my brother. Blessings to you. Aaron Anderson. I want to hear the details of what you hear. You see? No worry. You like problem, man. Behave, behave. Herman Martinez. I concur with you, bro. Because in today's Belize, if money not a giveaway, people will not participate. Money make Jankono dance. Low voter turnout will always be the end result if buying of votes not take place. My goodness. Yadira Diego. People came out for Earth. It was pure love. They called, they text, they know what they wanted without asking for a dime. She won because she is naturally loved by many and is capable of leading. We are excited to take this to another level. I know she is open to suggestions if you have any. Thank you for that comment, Yadira. As Aaron has mentioned, he said an absolute no. He didn't pay for vote. I would love to hear from Earth, right? Yadira, um, I have no intention to be biased whatsoever with no one. No with Earth, no with Richard Webster, no with Aaron Anderson, no with Simeon Lorenzo. Let's speak truth. Let's put the cards on the table. Let's turn them over. I appreciate your comment, but I'm asking a question. Did you guys pay for votes? Simple. That's the question I'm asking. There's going to be no argument here. I'm just asking that one question. It's either yes or no. I wasn't there. I cannot say yes. I cannot say no. And I know that try create no kind of problem with anyone. Let's see. Aaron Anderson, poor turnout, not paying. That's good sign. That's good sign. Good. This normal for convention, poor turnout. Okay, good. I appreciate all the comments, but I would like to hear from Richard. I would like to hear from Earth. I would like to hear from Simon Lorenzo. Did you guys buy votes? Did you guys pay for votes? And if anybody who witnessed paying for votes, why don't you comment? Call me. Why don't you call? You want to join the live? I could bring you on the live. So that's what I want to get down to. Did you buy votes? If there's anyone who witnessed this, I would have loved to make them put it out there. Because if I made it out there and I say anybody buy vote, and I sure of that, I may have called that out. I would have. I would have. Wednesday is going to be my last live before I go on a break. I'm going for a break because a lot has been happening. I realize that when you do this type of work, you will be attacked. People are tarnish your name. People are say, all manner of evil about you. And I've been noticing some snakish vibes lately. But I don't want to focus on that. So I tell you where our focus span. All of you. I know I come like this all the time, but I want to set the record straight before I go take my break. My next live on Wednesday, I have to address the era representative and his aide, however you call Debbie Jones. I have some things I'd like to express to both of you. You, Miss Debbie Jones, respectfully. You, Mr. Louis Abani, respectfully. There's a lot we need to talk about. Dangriga people not fool. We're not stupid. I don't want to come on this live and sound all upset and angry all the time, But it truly bothers me, the amount of things that we accept, that we allow these politicians to manipulate us, to abuse us. We allow it. We the people. Let me go to the comments. Raheem, no one will say yes to the question, I guess. Well, I still want to ask the question because if they're lying, well, then a conscience will prick them. Simple. I still want, I would like the question to be answered. I can't force them to answer, but I would like them to answer the question. Yadira Diego, I was her second. We didn't pay a dime to anyone. And you should know me because I did the same for you. Absolutely, Yadira. But I am saying this to you, my dear sister. I love you so much. I respect you. I admire you. You're a fighter. You're loyal. I love that. But if someone asks me that question, I will not let my assistant or my second next to me answer the question. So, my dear beloved sister, I, Cyril Uruwei, I am asking Ert Lopez. I am asking Richard Webster. I am asking Simeon Lorenzo. I am asking Aaron Anderson. Respectfully, my beloved sister, I am asking Earth. Now, you see, I don't got time for play politics, yards, and you know that, my dear. I don't play politics. I get to the point. This is where the rubber meets the road. This is where we draw the line. If we stand for truth, let's stand for truth. If we stand for integrity, let's stand for integrity. If we are sure of ourselves, let's speak the truth. I'm not accusing anyone. There are whispers that people were buying votes. There are whispers. I will not say who said and who they said it about, but I am opening the conversation for those of you who know, who believe, and you're being sincere that you didn't buy any votes, for you to come out and say, Uruwei or Dangriga, Saraway, Hope Creek, I never pay for no votes. Or also, um, listen, you know, my dearest, listen, I will not go back and forth today, tonight. It's amazing what politics do to us. It is quite ridiculous, actually, what politics do to us. It is amazing what politics do to us. If you are a Dangriga resident, 18 years or older, and you have not registered to vote, I want to encourage you, please go register to vote and pay attention to what's happening in your community. Know who you're voting for. Know why you put your X. You watch your parents, how your parents live. If you don't want to keep living like that, let's change the system. Let's change how things are done, especially in Dangriga. If you're 18 years or over and you're not vote, you're not registered to vote, please go register to vote. It is free. Exercise your right. Because whether you exercise that right or not, people still make decisions on your behalf. You are a tax-paying individual, a citizen who pay tax every day. Every day you go to the grocery store, every item that you purchase, the milk where you buy, the cheese where you buy, the bread where you buy, the flour where you buy, the rice where you buy, the beans you buy, the chicken you buy, the duck, the chapam, everything, you pay tax. And all that little bits and pieces, everybody where they pay in the country amount to millions of dollars where the government control on your behalf, on my behalf, on everybody's behalf who pay tax. So, please, go register to vote if you haven't. Let me go to the comments. I single-handedly pay my entire campaign, Mr. Aaron Anderson saying this, without a dime from anyone. Wait, my cousin gave me $300. You know what it costs? Election day alone, I paid 42 teammates. No other person contributed to my campaign, despite promises made from other UDP members. I appreciate each and every one of you signed on tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you who tuned in regularly to Dangriga Unmuted, to Obafo TV. Again, if you just sign on, I will be taking a break after Wednesday. Wednesday is going to be my last live. I will not be as active as I normally am on Facebook and other social media. I'm going to take a few weeks, come back. I have some planning to do. I have some strategies to execute. One thing for sure, we have to find a way to work together to come up with a solution for Dangriga. And that's what I want. I want to do less talking, less attacking, less criticizing. I want, my aim, my hope is that each and every one of us will come together to try to find a solution for Dangriga. Wednesday is going to be my last live until I come back again. And that last live, I'm dedicating to Miss Debbie Jones and Mr. Louis Zabani. Yes, respectfully. There is some things that both of you need to understand. Miss Jones, Mr. Louis Zabani, there are certain things you need to understand, my brother. Let me go to the comments. Mr. Eric Castillo, when you sell your vote, you are selling our country to Guatemala. Think about that. Dangriga is beautiful, man. We have a lot of beautiful people here in Dangriga. So many beautiful people in Dangriga. Man, I walk this town. I am ever so grateful that I could step out and just walk the town at will. I realize that you have different people who come out different time of the day, night, morning. I've been doing this yoga session early in the morning, so I would walk to the town hall 5 o'clock in the morning. By the way, my yoga sessions are based on RSVP. You have to RSVP in order to either secure a space or for me to do a session at the Dangriga Town Hall. We have different time at the people for different time at the day. I realize early in the morning you have a group of people that's always out, some walking, some hustling, some different people from all over early in the morning. Then you have night people. Then you have your regular, normal, everyday, during the day people, starting from 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock, maybe 6 o'clock. It's interesting. Dangriga is a beautiful place. We have a lot to offer. I want to leave this with you guys before I sign off tonight. You know, this town, this is the only town that has a long stretch of beach that we could repair, maintain. And then we have a river through the center of the town. And talking about the river, these people dredging, especially in a Pomona area. Mr. Mayor, we need to look into that because the dredging of the river that's happening is creating a lot of problems. That's something I have to, there are some people, some individuals who are specifically dealing with that issue. We need to collaborate. Dangriga has a river flowing through the town. We have the sea, right? Beach. We could take better care of it. We have hills and valleys. Dangriga. We almost have two rivers. We could say Havana Bridge Canal. Dangriga is a beautiful place. But it has been abandoned for many, many decades because of politics. 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 Red and blue. Red and blue. Tyler, it's so sad to say, but Belize has a very dangerous situation. Politicians running our country like it's their doghouse. My goodness, you hit the nail on the head. You hit the nail on the head. It's so sad to say, but Belize has a very dangerous situation. Politicians running our country like it's their doghouse. Take what they want and no one holds them accountable. The playing politics game is why we are where we are today. They train the people to be the, oh my gosh, this ballet they preach. I don't know who you, bitch. Sorry, I don't identify your name. I hope you're not my elder and I refer to you as bedroom, but they train the people to be dependent on them and not independent. Like the powerful proverb, give a man a fish, yes, he will eat, but teach a man how to fish and he will survive. I end with that. I applaud you, my brother, Tyler Jordan. Inebese, respect. Raheem, the issue is the government keep failing the ordinary people, so the people are feeling as they voted for no reason or reward, which prompts them to now solicit funds for a vote. It's not patriotic, but it is for sure realistic. Until we, the people, find democracy as our right, we will forever seek a payday on election day. But let me speak on that. Jordan and Raheem, Tyler, Jordan and Raheem, I want to speak on what both of you just said. You know, this thing, this voting thing, this buying for vote. One thing we need to understand, right? Election day, I saw with my own eyes the buying of votes. I saw with my own eyes. What our people need to understand, brothers and sisters. I see some of you, even those of you who campaign, somehow not depend on election day or election season. A lot of you depend on election season. Some are ono that way other people call Haumegi. I'm not insulting you. I'm talking facts. Some of you that way people call Haumegi. Eat or not eat. You're a UDP, you're a PUP. Eat or not eat. Haumegi. When you continue this behavior, supporting a political party, supporting an individual who only feed you during election season, who only feed you when a campaign time, you are paving the way for your daughters and your sons to follow in that same direction. And I hope it doesn't happen. I hope that your sons or your son, I hope that your daughters or your daughter will not follow your path. I hope that your children will be wise enough to walk the other direction and not be buying and allowing people to pay them for a vote or support a party just because they grant them some type of favor. I hope, I hope, I hope. I hope your children, they eat good all year round. All year round. Because it could happen for Dangriga. It will happen because keeping you dependent is necessary. This is what one of the brothers just said. Keeping you dependent is necessary. It is necessary for them to hold on to power. And the only way they can hold on to power is to keep you depending on them. The only way, Ashcroft said, big billionaire, Ashcroft said, you have this government, Dickie Bradley said, at the Voices of Dangriga. Then he pay off Ashcroft millions of dollars. Friends, family, brothers and sisters, we have to change the trajectory. We have to change. We need a paradigm shift. We need a new foundation to build on for our families. I don't want the generation, my generation, I don't want our children, our grandchildren to be fighting this same fight. It is unfair for us to leave this fight for our children. Is that what we're going to do? Leave this nastiness for our children? You see how they take our beloved sister, mother, our Garifuna icon that passed away. May she rest in peace, my beloved sister, Nen. Everything politicized. Nobody know a talk about it because we're not supposed to touch that. We are handing the Garifuna heritage to politicians. Our elders, our leaders are handing our heritage in the hands of politicians. Everything is political. It's sad. It is sad. What I have observed, Marlon Castillo, what I have observed in my 40 plus years of life is that no political party will come save Dangriga. Only Dangriga can save Dangriga. You bet, my sister. You are absolutely right. I have witnessed the undercurrent of bias that comes with being from Dangriga. We need like-minded Dangrigans to come together to work for our future. If the Mennonites and Chinese can do it, so can we. Marlon Castillo, thank you for your comment. Thank you for your comment. Tyler Jordan, Ashcroft said you could get a new party and put the best 31 candidates from all over the country in there, and they will still lose. They will still lose at an election because the police. Um, I'm thinking political system, but let me read that the way you wrote it. Because the police system right now is designed to keep the people dependent. I'm thinking the political system dependent on them. Hand to mouth, money for votes. Sad, my brother. It's sad. It's sad. So, family, friends, I leave you tonight. Wednesday, I come back on where I talk about some serious issues that we have been facing here in Dangriga for a very long time. The only reason, for the record, I started speaking out, the only reason I decided to run against Louis Abani is my first and only meeting with Louis Abani and Debbie Jones being there. That man is arrogant. I will not keep saying this, but people need to understand. And we have a lot more to talk about. But for now, family, friends, brothers and sisters, let your conscience be your guide. Please, let's rid this habit, this attitude of complacency, where we just expect that somebody will come and fix our problem for us. All of us here in Dangriga, all of us here in Dangriga. Let's start choosing people over party. We can do it. The only reason some of you don't want to do it is because you're benefiting from the corrupt system. The only reason some of you don't want to do it, some of you don't want to make the change and do what needs to be done, is because you are benefiting from the political system. If you think that these people care for us, they don't. They do not. I hope you guys have a pleasant night. I hope you receive something beneficial from tonight and not just frustration. Have a good night, everyone. Until Wednesday, Until Wednesday. See you guys Wednesday. This is Dangriga Unmuted, unmuting the truth, demanding change.